Hello and welcome back to the Iraqi Dinar Hub channel. What we're about to cover today could rank as one of the biggest updates in our history. Picture this, you're holding 100,000 Iraqi dinars. Now imagine waking up to find out that's worth $100,000 USD. Sounds impossible, right? But as of July 19th, 2025, multiple reports are emerging with one major headline. The United States has reportedly approved a $1 per IQD exchange rate effective starting July 20th. That's tomorrow. And if it's true, everything could shift overnight for dinar holders worldwide. The question is, are you ready for what happens next? If this rate holds, we're looking at what could be one of the most historic moments in modern currency revaluation. So take notes, focus in, and stick with us all the way through. This episode might just shape your financial strategy for years to come. Let's start with a headline, $1 per IQD. What exactly is going on? The chatter right now across dinar communities and finance groups is centered on the US reportedly backing a 1-to-1 rate for Iraqi dinars. That means, starting July the 20th, you could potentially walk into a participating bank and trade 1 IQD for 1 USD. No more speculation, just numbers that speak volumes. So if you're sitting on 100,000 dinars, that could mean $100,000 in your hands. Not a future possibility, but a real-time financial event unfolding. What makes this different is the sheer consistency of the report, same rate, same date, showing up across sources. This doesn't sound like forum hype anymore. These numbers are surfacing in what appear to be high-level discussions with real financial implications. Whether you're holding a modest amount or a larger investment, this is the moment you've been waiting for, and it may be closer than you ever imagined. Why now? That's what everyone's asking. Why would the US approve such a major change now? Well, one reason could be Iraq's strong moves in 2025 reforming policy, boosting oil revenues, and diversifying its economy. Iraq's central bank has made serious efforts to manage inflation, reduce reliance on the US dollar, and attract foreign investment. Global trade partners have started taking Iraq seriously again. So when we ask, why now? The better question might be, why not now? This moment appears to be the result of careful groundwork laid over the past several years. Some say July 20th was never random, that this has been planned behind the scenes for a long time. And as we watch momentum build day by day, it's beginning to look like the revaluation was always part of a broader economic strategy. It's not just about fixing a number, it's about restoring Iraq's place in the global economy. And if that's what we're witnessing, then this change could be permanent, not just a temporary policy. So let's take a look at what that means for you and why the math behind it truly matters in this moment. Let's put this into perspective. If the old exchange rate was about 300 dinars per dollar, then 100,000 IQD was worth only about $77. Not much, right? But at a 1-1 rate, that same 100,000 is now $100,000. That's the definition of a life-changing shift. Pay off loans, buy a home, travel the world, or just take a deep breath knowing your finances have changed forever. For those holding 250,000 or even 1 million IQD, we're talking real wealth. And while it might sound unbelievable, the sheer volume and consistency of these reports say this moment could be more than just hype. That's why your next moves are critical. So what should you do right now if the $1 rate becomes real tomorrow? First, inspect your currency. Make sure your notes are authentic, not damaged, and easy to identify by denomination. Separate the 25,000,000,000 and smaller bills. If you still have receipts or certificates from where you purchased them, gather them together. These might help when you meet with your bank or exchange center. Next, make sure your ID is ready: passport, driver's license, or anything else that proves your identity clearly. Most importantly, start the conversation now. Talk to a financial advisor or someone you trust. Don't wait until after the exchange begins to decide what to do. Will you exchange all your dinars immediately? Or will you hold a portion and see how the market shifts? These are not decisions to make under pressure. Set your plan today, even if the exchange isn't confirmed yet. Being prepared before the news hits is the difference between reacting and responding. And trust us, the ones who benefit the most are always the ones who think ahead. It's also important to understand how banks behave in high-volume events like this. Not every bank will jump in right away. Some branches may even refuse to deal with IQD until they've received official internal guidance. That's why it's wise to start calling around now. Contact banks that specialize in foreign currency and ask clear questions. Will they accept IQD? Are appointments required? Will there be daily limits or delays? Knowing the answers in advance can help you avoid unnecessary confusion or setbacks. Don't assume confirm. Some banks may also require you to open specific accounts to process your exchange. Others may impose holding periods. Be cautious of banks that seem unsure or inconsistent with their information. That's a red flag. And remember, you're not obligated to use your local branch. There are banks and licensed currency dealers that handle international exchanges professionally. The goal here is to eliminate surprises. So start doing your homework now, while you still have time. The more questions you ask today, the fewer problems you'll face tomorrow. Another warning. With every major financial opportunity comes a wave of scammers. And unfortunately, this moment is no exception. Right now, we're already seeing signs of fake websites and false exchange groups trying to lure people into sending dinars in for early payouts. Never, ever send your currency to anyone online claiming to process your exchange faster. Never meet with strangers promising VIP rates or contract deals unless fully verified. If something sounds too good to be true, it is. Your dinars are valuable. Don't risk them chasing shortcuts. Stick with banks or official money services businesses that are properly registered. Don't get tempted by offers in Telegram chats, Facebook groups, or shady websites. Many of these are traps. Real wealth deserves real protection. If someone pressures you or offers an exclusive deal, walk away. It's better to be cautious and miss nothing than to fall into a scam and lose everything. The sad truth is, as excitement grows, so does fraud. And scammers know that. Your job is to stay smart, stay calm, and don't let your guard down. This shift isn't just about cash, it's about credibility. For years, dinar holders have been dismissed or ridiculed. Many people said this day would never come. But here we are, potentially on the eve of something extraordinary. If the rate goes live at $1 tomorrow, it's not just a win financially. It's a moment of validation. It shows that doing your own research and believing in long-term strategy can truly pay off. Across the world, people who've held their IQD patiently are preparing for a chapter few thought possible. And we're not just talking about overnight millionaires. We're talking about people who might finally pay off their debts, help their families, or retire in comfort. That's not fantasy, that's real impact. If this happens, the stories coming out of this moment will be powerful. Families changed, lives upgraded, dreams funded. If you're here watching this, you're already part of something bigger than yourself. You're part of a network that refused to give up. And now, you may be about to see the rewards that come with that kind of commitment. Let's also recognize those who've been holding dinars since the early 2010 HS. They bought during a time when almost no one believed in the possibility of revaluation. They listened to years of doubt, waited through every delay, and held firm while others moved on. Those people? They may now be looking at life-altering results. To anyone who ever kept quiet about your investment, this might be your moment to shine. You stayed patient, you stayed focused, and now you just might be right. That kind of resolve deserves respect. So what happens next? You'll need a plan. If you do convert your dinars into dollars, think carefully about your next steps. It's tempting to spend fast or jump into something exciting. But this money, if it comes, is too important to waste. Start by making a financial plan. Prioritize your needs. Pay off debt. Build a safety net. Talk to a CPA. Meet with an advisor. And don't forget taxes, yes. There may be implications depending on where you live. The smartest move is to build a strategy that lasts beyond the excitement. Now comes one of the most important questions. Will this new rate last? Some analysts believe the $1 rate is permanent, and reflects Iraq's return to full international standing. Others think it could be a short-term adjustment, a limited-time offer designed to stabilize the market. Either way, the message is, clear, don't assume you'll have forever. The smartest thing you can do is stay informed. Follow real news, listen to reliable experts, and avoid chasing rumors. Currency values fluctuate fast, and this one will be no different. If you decide to wait, make sure you're not waiting out of fear. Have a reason. But if you're ready, don't hesitate. A window like this doesn't come around often. This could be a rare chance to make strategic moves for your future. Keep watching the financial indicators, oil prices, political shifts, international sentiment. These will all influence how long this window stays open. So again, be thoughtful, but don't be paralyzed. The right timing could mean everything. Find your balance and act from a place of clarity and purpose. Beyond the financial side, this could be a historic milestone for Iraq. A $1 exchange rate would mean global validation of its recovery and its growing strength in the world economy. It could lead to stronger trade ties, increased foreign investment, and more international cooperation. It could also benefit Iraqi citizens by boosting their spending power and opening up job opportunities. For Iraq as a nation, this could be the beginning of a new economic chapter. The ripple effects may go far beyond dinar holders and touch millions across the region. But let's end with a quick review to make sure you're fully ready. Have your dinars sorted and stored safely. Check for authenticity. Gather any proof of purchase you may have. Ensure your ID is up to date. Contact banks ahead of time to learn about requirements. Keep yourself informed and avoid false promises or scams. Most of all, get a financial plan in place before you exchange. Because if this event plays out the way it's being reported, every minute of preparation will pay off in a major way. Before we go, we want to hear from you. How long have you been holding your dinars? What are your first priorities if the $1 rate becomes real? Would you invest, retire, give back, or just finally breathe easier? Drop a comment below and join the conversation. This isn't about hype, it's about community and real people making smart moves. So if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell. The next few days could redefine everything. Let's walk into this moment prepared, clear-eyed, and focused. If this revaluation is real, it could mark the ultimate reward for belief, endurance, and smart positioning. Whether you've been watching this space for a year or a decade, this might be your time. And not because of luck, but because you paid attention, you took a stand, and you stayed the course. That kind of effort doesn't go unrewarded. So whatever happens next, keep calm, stay alert, and be grateful for the journey. The next 48 hours could bring a new beginning. Make sure you're ready to receive it. We'll be here to guide you every step of the way.